it doesn't feel the same. I hope it hurts you when you hear my name.
Honorable C notes.
Yeah, little fish. I say, Lord, be my savior when it comes to getting this paper. Please protect me from my haters. Just say me and I won't save us. Say amen. Amen, 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 yeah. Amen. That boys in that can't win. Can't win, can't win, can't win, can't win.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams come into today's matchup wanting to find a way to walk out of the stadium with win number 5 on the season. It's the Cardinals going up against the Rams. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Now to return, this is David Johnson. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their highly decorated quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
And it'll be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterbacks shake off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
He'll be trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense, because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. A first down carry here for Johnson. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. The defense here for the Rams.
Let's take a look at Michael Brocker's defensive tackle. This is a young man who understands leverage. Rarely do I see him bowled over by an offensive lineman. Usually he's the one who's underneath them, moving them, creating space, and getting upfield to make tackles.
Again, it's Johnson. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. On play action, Rodgers. He's going to wind up and air it out. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is when we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
After the interception, here's Goff. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
On second down, here's Goff. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. A very solid gain of 27.
I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
On first and goal, Gurley. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Here's Goff now on second down. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. And the QB rating right now is sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. I think 158.3 is the number one.
No, that's
right. That's the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
5 plays there on that drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And spins away. And now running right through it. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go to Johnson again. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Don't forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Aaron Donald in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
An update now from Oakland. The Raiders are out to an early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. So on 4th down, here's Brad Nortman on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at the 10. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
On 1st and 10, Goff. Throwing left side, it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Back live now to begin the 2nd quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going, and they've got it here with a 1st down. From the gun, here's Goff. That's complete, right around the 8. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 16 yards there. 2 straight plays of 16 yards and another 1st down. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hitting this game, didn't it, for them to get downfield that quickly?
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Sammy Watkins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
A drive there of just 4 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
On 2nd down, Johnson looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
To throw on 3rd down, Rodgers. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 18. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people. Lean on your teammates. Find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Oh, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Offense readies for a 2nd and 1. Now a handoff. Johnson trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
That was an example of excellent defense there. They stumped him. So now he brings up a 3rd down situation. If I'm calling plays here, I make sure I put it in the hands of my quarterback and get it to a receiver real fast. I'm not running the ball here.
That is not going to be any help as they dump it behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Brad Nordman now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. They're in the 2nd quarter now in Oakland. And it's the Ravens that have moved out to an early advantage. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Jared Goff for the Rams headed back onto the field. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well. No one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help. Time
to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner. On 1st down, gone. Dancing to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. The throw is gone. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Marquell Lee. In from his linebacker's spot, he's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from our studios in Orlando.
And I have a feeling those highlights will be pretty one-sided, too.
I think you're right, partner. Gone. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And absolutely zero surprise that that one was incomplete, huh? I mean, truthfully, how many OCs have we seen with 3rd and 20 on their play sheet and go, oh, I've got the exact play to dial up?
No, that's just a head scratching down when you're facing a 3rd and 20. Tried to complete it, couldn't get it done. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And now let's look at David Johnson. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
To throw is Rodgers. To throw on 3rd down. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Brad Nordman now, standing just outside his own goal line. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 33. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And this is incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. Austin's got it left side. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. From the red zone now, Goff. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Goff throwing again. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. Throwing again is Goff. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Sammy Watkins, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. Here's Goff. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
Goff now looking to throw. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
And just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Short kick. One of the up men will take it now. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. An update now from Northern California, up in Oakland. And the Ravens have opened it up a bit, leading by a couple of scores. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And they're going to go soft on the corners. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. So we come upon halftime here in... Okay, so Larry apparently giving us the silent treatment all of a sudden, and we're going to skip ahead to quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. A nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
To throw on second down is Goff. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. From the 50, it's Goff. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people want to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
Dumps it off to Gurley. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Play clock winding down. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. So he runs it for 1 yard, then no gain. I don't know that you go back to that well here on 3rd down.
Yeah, I don't know that you do as well, but if you want to get the ball to him, if you want him to have it, maybe get him into space and throw it to him.
That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Gerald Everett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams have got it on cruise control.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up. 4
touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
319!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's Rodgers on 3rd down. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Samson Abukum in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
Here's Brad Nordman now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at the 23. And now off to the races down the right outside. And he takes it all the way, but there is a flag down, so hold the celebration. This one's coming back. So a special teams mistake on a long punt return.
And think about the momentum that leaks out after that play, right? It's built up, terrific return, everyone's excited, but that flag on the ground can bring it way, way back.
Now a first down throw, gone. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Goff on first down. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Now Goff on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
On second down, here's Goff. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. The Rams on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Goff. And it's complete. He's got him in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Sammy Watkins with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Rams just continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. It's been that kind of a day so far throwing the football. It just seems like nothing going right offensively.
Yeah, it's a catch that should have been made, pure and simple. And look, everything else that goes into running a good pass route, throw it all out if you don't catch the ball.
Been that kind of game throwing the football so far. Nothing going right offensively. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit, Ball pops out, incomplete. Second down here after the incomplete pass.
319! 319!
Now Rodgers throwing again. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. 9 yards on the play and a first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down in bounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
358!
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Samson Ebukam in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Rodgers to throw on second down. And he's going to go down again. Aaron Donald in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down. Went backwards. It's third and very long. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. Nortman on to kick as he sends it away. This is taken at the 18. A great return there of 22 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Jared Goff and the Rams headed back onto the field. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter and continue to encourage his offensive line to continue?
It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it down deep into Arizona territory. A big play there for L.A. 45 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Fresh set of downs here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Trying to go back to Watkins, and that'll bring up second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Now gone. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. On fourth down, Goff. And he's got it. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's first and goal. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with it.
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know that plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On second down, here's Rodgers. And an alley to run. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On first down, Rodgers. That's caught right side by Anderson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 6 there on first.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
Throwing is Rodgers. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Throwing now, Goff to the sideline, and wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it second down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd learned a ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Flushed out right. And he rifles one incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Throwing on third. Goff. And running with power here. And this is caught by Watkins. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Cardinals. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Rodgers now on first down. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. On first and 10, here's Rodgers. And this is incomplete. The intended receiver was David Johnson, and that'll bring up second down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. And shedding through the tackle. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Samson Abukum in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
The Cardinals on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be third and a mile. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And it's taken in at the 9. And now running right through it. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is. And what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.
So for Los Angeles, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tennessee Titans come to town. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams are victorious here as we say so long from Exposition Park in L.A.
Honorable C notes.
Yeah, little fish. I say, Lord, be my savior when it comes to getting this paper. Please protect me from my haters. Just say me and I won't save her. Say amen. Amen, amen, amen. Yeah, amen. That boys and they can't win. Can't win, can't win, can't win, can't win. Jet. Going up. We in it, we gonna. Going up. Did it like my persona. Going up. Living up was honest. We used to drive them hardest. Now we pull up in the furnace. Glow up. Walk in. Show up. Bet. Hold up. Glow up. Boy, don't touch. We glow up. Yeah. I'm laughing to the bank. All new blue Benny Franks. Pulled up on him in the tank. Yeah. That guy just a rap guy. I'm so mad fly in. He ain't. Let me back. Tight gave me until I was going on. I'm Miami. They all cornballs. They can't stand me. I finesse. I hit. Get a plan.